Garden's all gone, but otherwise, feels the same.
Where was your garden?
Oh, we had a vegetable garden over there. Dan's tomatoes and onions and squash and, my roses were over yonder.
Oh, I've always wanted a rose garden.
Oh, well, Dan built the trellis for the climbing ones, and we had tea roses. We had red, we had pink.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. Oh, you have a bench.
Yes, that's actually one of the very first things I bought for this house on Madison Street at a yard sale for $25.
I had a bench in the same place. Really? Oh, I used to sit here, and I'd sew, and I'd keep an eye on the children, or I'd snap beans for dinner, or I'd pray, say my prayers. Now, Dan said that the porch swing was his best place. This was mine.
Do you remember when I asked you if you thought that a place could hold memories?
Honey, that was the moment I knew that you and I were going to be friends.
Well, this place is where the memories have always felt the strongest and the most powerful to me. When we first found this house that night, before we even ever tried to go into the house, I came around to the backyard. And I stood right about here. And I didn't want to move. I didn't want to say anything. Because all around me, I felt something. In the air, in the light, in the grass, it felt alive.
Why don't you sit down?
Oh, aren't you cold?
Honey, I'm as warm as I've ever been in my life. Sit down here. You know, when I was a little girl, my grandmother, my father's mother, taught me how to read. Now, understand, she only taught me so I could read the Bible. And I learned how to do it. And learned all those beautiful words when I went to school. And that was the best gift anybody could ever have given me, Lord. There I was, a skinny little girl with all these beautiful phrases that I didn't understand in my head, just rolling around. But there was one that I just loved the sound of. And it was the communion of the saints. The communion. And I asked her, I said, what does that mean? And she said that that meant that there was a bond between all of God's children of goodwill, dead or alive, and of God's bond to his children and the angels and all of life's forces and holiness. And that this bond was real. And that it was everlasting. Every person who had love and joy, suffering and sorrow, belonged to all of us. And that's what I think you were feeling when you stood in my yard. You're shivering.
I'm
shivering.
Just from the cold, I think.
I think you better go in the house for a while, because I need to stay out here for a minute, if you don't mind, okay?
Oh, no, I don't mind.
Oh.
Of course not. I can heat up the cider again if you'd like.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you come in whenever you are ready.
I will.
Luke and Lucky should be back in a minute. Lucky really wants to show you his new doll.
Oh, I like that.